You only want to say something, and you want to be understood by the other person, but sometimes it is not that easy. That is why you have to learn the 3 basic elements of communication: how works the executor, the action, and the receiver, and that is what you are going to see here. You are going to have 1. A grammar rule, to know how to say your things. 2. A text, to improve your pronunciation. 3. An exercise, to consolidate your knowledge. You will learn how to speak and listen to English and French. You will have free videos of English and French, and how to settle, especially in Canada. That is why it's very important to click on the bell icon to receive the latest videos. Do you want to get rid of your language concerns? Here you improve your 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking to get a higher score on international tests, in order to improve your career abilities, and to immigrate to Canada, or to any other English or French-speaking country. Pay close attention to this video to find out how. In exchange, you help us by clicking on the bell icon, and on the subscribe button, and on the like button, to spread the name of Canada's smart mind. Now, here we go. 1. Grammar rule.
What is an adverb? Adverb, noun, a word that modifies a verb, an adjective or another adverb, expressing manner, place, time, or degree. A word that can modify a phrase, clause or sentence. An adverb is a word that tells us more about a verb. It qualifies or modifies a verb. The man ran quickly. In the following examples, the adverb is in bold, and the verb that it modifies is in italics. John speaks loudly. How does John speak? Afterwards she smoked a cigarette. When did she smoke? Mary lives locally. Where does Mary live? But adverbs can also modify adjectives. Tara is really beautiful, or even other adverbs. It works very well. Look at these examples. Modify an adjective. He is really handsome. How handsome is he? That was extremely kind of you. Modify another adverb. She drives incredibly slowly. How slowly does she drive? He drives extremely fast. Note that adverbs have other functions too. They can modify a whole sentence. Obviously, I can't know everything. Modify a prepositional phrase. It's immediately inside the door.
Now, here is the grammar rule that you can use while you are talking. Remember, you got to have the grammar rules, the pronunciation, and the vocabulary to sustain your conversation. I wish I could say some nice words and cool you down, but here is the thing, you have to go deep into your practice to develop your skills. We post here the basics of grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary. So hit the subscribe button and bell icon in order to receive the other videos and increase your ability to speak. Also, contact us to see how easy and cheap is to enroll in our teaching program, where you can have videos, exercises, and books to support your work and to increase your performance. And share this video with your friends and help them out. 2. Text.
From VOA Learning English, this is the Health and Lifestyle Report. In February of 2020, the United Nations Commission for Social Development created their first resolution on homelessness. The resolution said homelessness has become a worldwide problem and a serious violation of human dignity. It affects people of all ages, from all walks of life, in both developed and developing countries. The UN adds that 1.6 billion people worldwide live in poor housing conditions. And UN Habitat has noted a worrying rise in homelessness around the world in the last 10 years. Young people are the age group with the highest risk of becoming homeless. In some parts of the United States, there is a growing type of homelessness. People living in a vehicle instead of a house or apartment is becoming more common. It is called vehicle homelessness. During the pandemic, many people lost their jobs and their homes. There is also a lack of affordable housing and housing supply in general. As a result, RVs, campers, and other vehicles have appeared in local campgrounds, store parking lots, and neighborhood streets. It is especially problematic in areas with very high housing costs. The problem became so serious in Seattle, Washington, that the state's Supreme Court had to step in. The Associated Press reported on August 12th that Washington's Supreme Court issued a decision that helps protect people living in their vehicles from having them towed. This decision comes from a case that gave a lot of attention to Seattle's housing crisis. The justices held that it was unconstitutionally extreme for the city of Seattle to impound a homeless man's truck and require him to pay the nearly $550 costs to get it back. The court also ruled that vehicles that people live in are homes and cannot be taken from them and sold to pay their debts. Staying in one area all summer and overstaying camping limits is a problem with many popular camping areas in the U.S. The environmental cost comes in the form of human waste dumped on the land, trees and plants destroyed, and burnable wood being used up when campfires are allowed. Reporters for the Associated Press recently looked more closely at the issue in two towns in the western part of the U.S., Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and Bozeman, Montana. While there has been an increase in the number of people living out of their vehicles across the U.S., it is new to Bozeman, Montana. That is what Heather Grenier, the CEO of Human Resources Development Council, or HRDC, recently told the Bozeman Daily Chronicle. Grenier explained that during the pandemic, many people in Bozeman lost their homes. So now in Bozeman, there is an increase in vehicle homelessness. HRDC found that the majority of people living in their vehicles are working more than one job. Many lost their homes. Megan Metzger runs a campground at Bear Canyon near Bozeman. She said the campground's month-to-month RV lots sell quickly. Many people living at the campground work in Bozeman, Metzger said, including travel nurses. Some people are living in vehicles in and around some of the most beautiful national parks in the United States. Jackson Hole, Wyoming, is close to two very popular national parks, Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone National Park. Most of the land in Jackson Hole is a national park or under some type of federal protection. So there is little land for building new homes and very little affordable housing. Some employers in Jackson Hole have pushed employees toward the national park when housing became hard to find. Linda Mergliano is the Wilderness and Recreation Program Manager for Wyoming's Bridger Teton National Forest. We can't just use the National Forest as the bedroom for employers to house their staff, she said. That is not what the National Forest is about. Erica Robertson has been living out of her car since graduating from college in 2020. She lives mostly in the Jackson Hole area, where she can see the Teton Mountains. She plans to live in her car until winter makes car life unsafe. If I could find housing, Robertson said, I probably would have done that. And that's the Health and Lifestyle Report. I'm Anna Mateo.
Remember to go to the description and check the links for Canadian companies searching for employees outside of Canada. Also, you will have a link for our contact in the description. Since you only can count on yourself, make your inscription and hit the like and the bell icons to receive our latest videos. 3. Exercise.
Words in this story: vocabulary, dignity, the quality or state of being worthy of honor and respect. Apartment, a usually rented room or set of rooms that is part of a building and is used as a place to live. Affordable, within someone's ability to pay. Reasonably priced. Tow, to pull a vehicle behind another vehicle with a rope or chain. Sentence example: the police towed my car because it was parked illegally. Impound, to seize and hold in the custody of the law. Recreational, done for enjoyment. Camper, a type of vehicle or special trailer that people can live and sleep in when they are traveling or camping. Lot, a piece or plot of land. Staff, a group of people who work for an organization or business.
Tell us your questions and pretty soon, you will see what we have to say. Leave your comments about this video, and we will know what you like and what we can do to better help you. I'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.